Hello, my little cyberpunks. Hello and welcome. We are prepping for the Sprawl, and I'm so glad you're here because I need your help. I need your help to be a villainous corporate overlord. I'm not very good at it myself, but I think if we work together as a team, we can be terrible. So, I want to do a mission. I want this one to be, I don't know, I want this one to be a good one. I mean, I want them all to be good ones, but I want this one to be something real special. I want to like pull out all the stops on this one. I think the thing is like I can't really figure a way to make these missions like easy or hard on my own. I think the dice does that for me. Because hard missions, easy missions, it doesn't really matter. They're just like complex or not complex. This one I felt was relatively straightforward, but the players got all tangled up and ended up in a bad place with it and had to bail out. So let's clear the block here. Let's clear the board. We'll reset everything. Oops, I want to keep these. We'll reset everything, and then we'll talk about what we can do to make a mission that can highlight some cool stuff. Let's be a fan of our characters. And let's find out what we can learn about the world and about the corporations. I kind of want to do a Hasty Mart mission. I'm kind of like, I've been waiting to do a specific mission for or against Hasty Mart. I can't decide which yet, but I want to use Hasty Mart. I like them. Okay, and then we'll work out some new directives. And those will be invisible at first. Put those on the GM layer. And everything else is good. Okay, so resetting our clock back to the first stage. Looking at our corpse. Look at my corpse. Looking at our corpse, we can see that fractal profit is a thing that's happening. I've got this countdown clock. I've got this D-Res patience clock. They're still pretty patient with him, Elixir. The Lowtown Syndicate is at 1 with them, and I kind of think I can roll them back into the Combinat. I think we're done with Lowtown. So I'm going to just roll them back into the Syndicate, or into the Combinat, rather. So really, only Sun and Hasty Mart are kind of like after the characters. The Combinat is at 2. Disney Bezos, Elixir, Faith, and Freyr are all at 1. Aether, Show Nintendo, and Kruger at nothing. So they got lots of room to like maneuver around there. So, yeah. What do we think? What do we think, my dear friends? Who are we interested in? Who do you like? What corporations do you care about? I kind of want to... Yeah, Alex makes a good point. Alex makes a good point that the more mystery there is in the mission, the more it tends to get away from them. So let's do something straightforward. The problem is the legwork phase is for figuring that shit out. Like, I feel like there is an inherent bit of mystery in the game. I think this game has some problems with mystery. In that I think the game tells us not to have mysteries, but the legwork phase is about finding out where shit is, getting prepped for the mission, and then like the last few missions, I felt like the legwork clock and the action clock have like mushed together in a way I didn't like. So what I want to do is I want to play a very like the Sprawl mission. I don't want to try to make it complicated and weird. I want it to be like, here's the job. Prep for the job, but you don't have to like learn a bunch of stuff and then do the job. And then maybe there's like a betrayal at the end. We haven't done that. I kind of want to go archetypal on this. So I sort of want the enemy to be, I want the job to be against Hasty Mart because I want to show off. I want to barf forth hastiness. I'm kind of tired of the Combinat. I'm sort of sick of them. So I don't know. Maybe okay. I'm starting to come up with some stuff. Let's try to do. I'm thinking maybe Sun versus Hasty. Yeah, Hasty Mart having a job against themselves. Some kind of personal corporate vendetta. Franchise wars. Hasty Mart East versus Hasty Mart West. Yeah, I'm digging that. Let's go there. Let's do that. Let me grab my pen. I want to make some notes here. I like it. All right, we're gonna do that. All right, so franchise wars. Franchise boys. Okay. So I think that like the fiscal year is coming up on the close to the fiscal year, and there is a Hasty Mart middle manager who he owns a franchise and he wants to knock over another franchise during like a sale. Oh my god, this should be like a Black Friday situation. Yeah, cool. Okay, so like Black Friday, which is obviously like a mandated like holiday now, so that everyone can shop. It's like NERPS Day. Yeah, Black Ops Friday. Exactly. Okay, so it's like a Black Friday situation. It's this huge sale, and one Hasty Mart guy. Oh, that's it. They want to interfere with the other one's like sale, right? Interfere with the sale so they don't make as much, because whoever makes the most money off of their Black Friday sale will yeah, they get some kind of big benefit from head office. Okay, so let's start detailing this stuff. So district management turf war. Yeah. It's a fire sale. The losers get lit on fire. Yes, I know. This is exactly how Walmart operates. It's sci-fi. It's about the realities that we live in today. Okay, so Black Friday is coming up, and Hasty Mart managers are all in a bloodthirsty war against one another to get up on each other and win the illustrious. What's the name of the award? We need like, if you win Black Friday, what is your award? What do you get? Like, it's like an employee of the month situation. We could have like a really NERPS name for it though. Most motivated manager, the Triple M or something like. Award name here. The first annual Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. Oh my god, Kane, that's amazing. The official Hasty certification of adequate performance. Oh my god, that's so good. That's nice. All right, so the illustrious certification of adequate performance, or the cap. Oh my god, it comes with its own hat. The certification of adequate performance. Put on that cap. One of the managers has decided to hire a group of violent operators to interfere with their closest rival's store. Oh my god, so good. Okay. All right. So we need some names. So we need employee. We need target. Okay, so let me find a name generator here. So let's see. Richard Pasternak. Old Dick Pasternak. Formerly of what's like a boring town in middle America? Something in Ohio, like towns in Ohio. Let's look up some towns in Ohio. Akron. Akron's not, it's a city. Dayton, Canton, these are all quite large. I need like little towns. Oh, there's a place called Bryan, Ohio. I kind of like that. Clyde, Ohio. I like Bryan, Ohio. You know, before America crumbled. Okay, cool. He's from Bryan, Ohio. All right. Nobody pulls a fast one on Dick Pasternak. Formerly of Bryan, Ohio. Okay. All right. And the target, his enemy, his loathe enemy, her name is going to be Bethany. That's a good one. And she's got to have a really cool, like, cyberpunk badass, like, nickname. Bethany Whiteley. And I kind of want something with like, something that like rhyme. If we aren't using Black Friday already, I would be calling her like the Black Beth. But she needs she needs like a really like kind of a scary name, like Bethany the Shark Whiteley, or Bethany like Beth Loss Prevention Whiteley. Yeah, and I gotta find a good town. Oh my God, Bethany Black Widow Whiteley. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I like it. Yeah, even though Black Friday, Black Widow. Yeah, that's good. Because she always wins. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Widowmaker's good too, but it's too much. There's gonna be just like Overwatch jokes the whole time. I like it. Black Friday's her jam. She's won like a ton of times. She's been adequate 3 years in a row. Winner of the cap. 3 years running. All right, and she's formerly. She's also American. I think they're both from the States. And she is from Norcross, Georgia. Norcross, GA. All right, so of course none of these places exist anymore. These are dispersed Americans. They take this really seriously. They've been with Hasty Mart since forever. Maybe they have like a relationship in their past. Maybe they totally hooked up at the like Hasty Mart middle managers retreat. Oh my God. Okay. Secret shame. They totally hooked up at the 20XDX Hasty Mart middle manager skill building and team reinforcement retreat, aka the Crucible. It's like a very fucking serious thing. The Hasty Mart non-denominational winter celebration party. Totally. All right. Cool. Great. So these managers, they have a secret past. Dick Pasternak is ready. Dick is like, no, this is going to be the year. He's saved up a bunch of money, and he's going to hire some fucking Shadowrunners to interfere with her shit. Now, Bethany Black Widow Whiteley, she is prepared. She is ready. She's ready for that shit. So she's got like security teams, and like her shit is squared away. But let's talk about what kind of, like, this job, I kind of want to leave the players to decide how they want to handle this. Right? Like, basically the joke here, the fun bits are going to be totally underestimating them and us all laughing at the fact that this is even happening. Right? That, like, they would take this so seriously as to threaten anything short of murder. Yeah, okay. So let's see. When you accept the mission, mark XP. And we need 3 more directives. I want this mission to feel kind of Snow Crashy, right? Like it's a little more satirical than what we've had before. So let's say legwork clock here is Black Widow begins to suspect Dick is up to something. Because these, for legwork, this is just they find out more and more specific details about the mission. So let's see here. Team is making noise but nothing serious. The target here is vague rumors. A leaked email reveals Dick's plan to hire outside help. At 2100, this is when Black Widow hires. So who would she hire to protect her store? Maybe we can come back to this. Because basically her jam is that she hears vague but unconfirmed, clear but unconfirmed rumors, and so wants to increase her thing. And this is why this connects to the action clock down here. Oh my god, greeters. Yeah, totally. Oh, that's a good idea. So let's see, greeter, security, greeter crowd pacification, equipment is improved. So normally I think the greeters are like armed troops. And then this makes them, she bumps up their gear. They have like real guns. Yeah, I like it. Okay. And that starts the action clock. And the action clock begins with, target is more alert than usual. Yeah, she can never shut down the store. Exactly. So that keeps going. At some point she'll hire help probably. Yeah. Okay. So when the greeter crowd pacification is improved, is that, maybe that's a reaction to this? Like, this is where it's unclear when they start to merge. Okay. So let's say at 2200, reliable information about the time of the mission. So yeah, she'll start running interference on Dick's Hasty Mart. All right. So let's say at 2300, a counter operative team is hired and put in place. And then if they get all the way up here, the team is precisely identified. So like a preemptive, maybe like a preemptive strike on is there a name for the eve before Black Friday? Like Black Friday Eve? Like the night before they get preempted by this counter op team. And then let's see. Oh, it's right. Obviously it's Thanksgiving. Oh my God. Okay. Thanksgiving. That's so good. Black Friday Eve, Thanksgiving. What do we call this? Because this is the team. The counter operatives give thanks. Thanksgiving attack. Yeah, I'm a Canadian, right? I don't fucking know this stuff. You're gonna talk about Boxing Day. I'll get all up in that shit. All right, so Thanksgiving assault on the team. So wherever the team is, these counter operatives come in and fight them if they get it pushed that way. And then at 2200, information about the time of the mission. What else would she do? She would... Oh no, they never bring in upper management. They could never ever bring that in. It has to be on their own. It has to be on their own level. Yeah, that would be embarrassing. You don't go to the shogun when you have a beef with a samurai. You fight the samurai. Okay. The counter-operative team, speaking of which, are all totally going to be like badass Show Nintendo samurai wannabes. Okay, I'm actually going to make a note of that. So, Black Widow's team, a group of Show Nintendo samurai wannabes. A whole squad of hero protagonists. Okay. Yeah, this is the mission end, right? Is that head office gets involved, shuts everybody down. Okay, so at 2200, when she gets reliable information about the time of the mission, what would be a thing that happens while they're conducting their legwork? She finds out. I think this is. Oh yeah, secret shoppers are deployed. Essentially like Manchurian candidates, but for right. So they're like deployed out into the crowd. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. So the action clock. So the first time the action clock grows up is when the crowd pacification equipment is improved. So it's at 15. The target is more alert than usual. I think, let's see. Franchise online security ICE is beefed up, is upgraded. So they upgrade it there. And then on-site, let's see, on-site greeter security. Let's see. So the target is on full alert here. So greeters are given a brief to expect an attack. So they're ready for an attack, right? So we have this meeting. We're like, all right, everybody. So I want you to just, go out there, do your hardest. Oh, and also at some point during the sale, we're going to be attacked by some Shadowrunners, basically. So just, get ready. Also, we've given you all these guns and stuff. You'll be ready to do it. Okay. And then at 2100, fully deploys internal assets appropriate to the threat. So internal assets. Oh yeah, and then this is the external asset is down here where the Show Nintendo team arrives. And this one is the secret shoppers. Activate. Okay. And then what happens at 2100? This is the target fully deploys internal assets appropriate to the threat. Oh, yeah, totally drugs in the air system. So approval is given for hasty chill deployment. I need a trademark. Hasty chill for when you just really need grandpa to go to bed. For There you go. Wicked. All right. So these are the things that are going to happen as the players go on, as the characters learn more about what they need to do. Yeah, like Hasty Chill, the ads are totally just like that. Like a mom at home and all the kids are like, Mom, 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 I want a burger. Mom, I want pizza. Mom, Mom, Mom. And she's just like, all right, everyone. Just aerosol spray, and all the kids just kind of like pass out with smiles on their faces. And she looks at the camera and she's like, ah, finally, a moment of peace. Thanks, Hasty Chill. Oh my God. Yeah, we got to make a custom move for that Hasty Chill shit. When you get blasted with the Hasty Chill. All right. So when you get a face full of, I got to copy it with the trademark. When you get a face full of Hasty Chill, it's not a drug. It's not a narcotic. So when you get a face full of Hasty Chill, roll plus cool. Maybe. Hasty Chill's not a narcotic product. Hasty Chill's like, yeah, definitely like a long series of Hasty Chill like warnings. Hasty Murder is not responsible for any side effects. Side effects may include death, dying, being horribly killed, etc. Oh yeah, and then they charge you for using Hasty Chill on you. Like, definitely. All right, roll plus cool. On a 10 plus, you are able to ignore the effects. On a 7 to 9, you... the idea is you can keep acting. You're able to ignore the effects. You're only a little stoned. Act under fire to do anything not chill. On a miss, you're blissed way out. All right, there we go. I like it because it's like, it's not act under fire. It's what is it called? Act under pressure. Yeah. So there you go. When you get hasty, you take the hasty gas. And I love the idea of the trigger here being like, you have to act under pressure to do anything that isn't chill. So you have to be like, it's not very chill, man. By entering the hasty mode, you've given implicit permission to be drugged, subdued, etc. Yeah, and on a miss, you get blissed out of your goddamn mind. So you're just like, bruh. And you're basically unconscious, but you're like walking around. You just hasty chill side effects may include a sudden urge to purchase, right? Like it definitely is NERPS gas in that it reduces. It's like that. What's that powder where if you get it blown in your face or you inhale it or whatever, it makes you really, really pliable. It's a variation of that, but only when it comes to spending money. So yeah, you're just conscious enough. You go into a purchasing trance. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm so into it. Okay. All right, good. I think we just need to do our directives now. This mission is either going to be scopolamine. Yeah, totally. It's a scopolamine derivative. Oh my God, it's so fucked up. Hey man, couldn't you use a new car? Come on down to the Hasty lot. Yes, new car. All right, when you accept the mission, oh yeah, there's definitely a side effect. Too much of it'll just blow out your mind. Also, it has a short-term effect, right? Like it doesn't last forever. And if it did last a long time, you'd leave and you'd go spend money elsewhere. Okay, so what are our directives throughout this mission? What is going to happen between when they get the mission and when it's over? Because they're going to be told, this is what the guy is telling them. This is what Dick wants. When Dick wins the cap, mark XP, right? Because that's important. That's before the end of the mission. That's like the end of the mission. Because see, that's what he wants. He wants to win. Yeah, Alex, I watched that Vice documentary too about the thing in like South America and like hitting people with it and then making them like go to the ATM, like empty them out and all that stuff. Yeah. So let's see when you investigate Black Widow's security, Mark XP, like I don't know. Basically, this is what he wants them to do. Okay, so when Black Widow's, I'm gonna call her Bethany because he wouldn't call her Black Widow. When Bethany's franchise satisfaction score drops to puce, Mark XP. And I guess, yeah, just like when you decide on a plan. You don't want to get puce level satisfaction. That's not good. Yeah, puce level. That's just like, there's only one above, like, I don't know. Puce is just a gross word to say. All right. I think this is going to be total chaos, I think, which I'm excited about. And I think it's just between two stores. There aren't a bunch of franchises. This is, again, this has to look funny because it's two small stores fighting each other, right? It's not a big operation. It's just corporate pettiness where they've hired gun-toting goons to deal with this. Yeah. Okay, cool. I actually think we're good. I think that's all we need. I think we're ready. All right, everybody. Make sure you show up tomorrow with your Hasty Chill inhaler in hand because it's going to get messy. As always, thank you so much for your help. This is all so much more fun and so much easier because of you. We just need a name for this. And I kind of like Operation Black Ops Friday, but what do you think? Operation, like, it's something about Hasty Mart and maybe something about Thanksgiving. Operation Franchise Wars. Operation, what do you think? Operation Hasty War. Operation Turkey Time. I kind of like that one. Operation Turkey Day. Something about Operation Thanksgiving. Like, Black Ops Friday is good. I want to see if we can... A very hasty Thanksgiving. It's about Black Friday. Operation Wishbone. That's a good one. Okay. I like it. It's subtle. It's nice. I'm writing that down. Thank you, Sith Master. Operation Wishbone. It's about that dog, right? I hate that dog. Dressed up like Peter Pan. Anyway, all right. Tune in tomorrow, 11 o'clock Pacific, for Operation Wishbone. Thanks so much for coming, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.